So here are the 5 fastest ways for you to fail at being a content creator slash influencer. And we're going to talk about the ways to avoid these pitfalls. If you haven't noticed, here on YouTube and on different social media platforms, 6 and 7 figure content creators are shutting it down. They are dropping their platforms and they are disappearing because they are burning out. And so if you want to make that side income, full income, passive income, build wealth, buy land, leave an inheritance, do all the things, and you want to generate that income online, these are really important pitfalls that you need to learn to avoid in order to have transformational, sustainable success in your passive income and brand building journey online. My name is Lee, this is Homespun Income, and if you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe so that we can visit again. I have been at this thing long enough where I can see patterns now, so I can watch the way that someone is building their brand, creating their content, and you can see when it's heading in the direction of that sustainable transformational success, and you can kind of start to foresee the direction of burnout. And so what I want to do is I want to share some of these patterns that I've noticed with you today so that you can write these things down. And as you are developing your plan, maybe you've been at this for a little while, you want to shift directions, or you want to start to learn how to scale, whatever part of your journey you're in, these are pitfalls you're going to want to learn to pivot around so that you can have the best chance at success as possible. Number 1 is ignoring your audience's needs and lacking clear focus. I see a lot of people struggling to gain traction online and building their brand, having their YouTube channel or whatever platform they're looking to build when they do not have a clear focus. Another way of looking at that is the niche or the sub-niche, but also not having a clear idea of who the audience is.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
If you are simply creating content that you want to create and you don't have a strategic idea of who the audience is, what their need is, what their pain point is, what the tension point is, what they are looking for and searching for, you're going to have a hard time building traction with your content. Lacking clear direction is a good formula for creating inconsistency and confusion. And if the content you're creating or the brand that you're building doesn't either solve a problem, inspire, or entertain a very specific audience, again, that content or that brand is going to have a harder time building traction and scaling to where you want to scale. One of the things that I talk about in my brand builder and digital mastery course is all about really connecting the dots on how to harness this idea of focus and audience and building community with that audience, interacting with them, understanding them, researching them, and know how you can provide the top-notch value to them. And you don't need to be an expert to do this. You just need to have the strategic understanding and focus and know how to connect all of those dots. And just so you know, I do have a free starter kit. So I have a passive income digital mastery starter kit that you can download on my website. And then I have my full brand builder and digital mastery course. And I think one of the things that really sets it apart is that I work on laying all of the foundations that you need to lay, especially mentally, in order to really achieve that transformational, sustainable success online. And then I get into connecting the dots on all of the strategies, clearing the confusion of all the different information online, and really connecting those dots so that you can get a really good head start. So go ahead and just hop over to my website. You will also be able to access one of my videos from the course on there for free, which is called Limiting Your Limiting Beliefs, and it's right there on that page. So all of those links for you will be in the description box and pinned in the comments below, and I really look forward to seeing some of you over there. Okay, so back to the video. Relying on one platform for monetization or simply relying on a social media platform for monetization, this is a big mistake that we see tons of really large content creators slash influencers making. So I've watched many content creators and influencers and also people who have provided educational content about being a content creator. I've watched them focus on getting monetized on platforms, whether it's getting Google AdSense monetization on YouTube, getting monetized with the Meta platforms on Instagram or Facebook, or getting monetized on a platform like TikTok. And we just saw with the TikTok debacle, which I think is going to work itself out, but basing everything on one platform will end up causing somebody to go a little cuckoo. And the other issue with that is that it's very unpredictable. So you don't know what's going to happen with that one platform. Sometimes the algorithms will shift as they add things to the platform. And so it's just a very, very unpredictable form of monetization. And also it requires you to just show up every single day and go, and continually post on these platforms. People don't realize that one of the greatest assets that we have today for this generation in building wealth and sustainable success online is having your own digital assets connected to those platforms. So not relying on having to show up on those platforms forever, but truly generating passive income is about having your own digital assets, digital products, things like ebooks, mini courses, full courses, digital downloads. All of these digital assets are things that will generate passive income in a way that none of the platforms can. Of course, having monetization on the platforms is a really nice bonus, but it's not what people are utilizing to really scale and grow their income online. And the beauty about digital products is that truly, other than just maintaining customer service, it really is a truly passive form of income. Really understanding how digital products work and how to incorporate them in your content creation journey is something I do not think that you will regret, and it's something truly worth learning how to do. I would love to teach you how to do it, but regardless of where you learn how to create and market digital products and incorporate them into your brand or your business online. Number 3 is trying to please everyone and prioritizing approval over purpose. One more time, prioritizing approval over purpose. See, when you are creating content and you are trying to build up a brand or a business, you are looking for a very specific type of audience to speak to give value to. And whatever that thing is, it's not going to appeal to everyone, and that's okay. When you are out on this internet, there are going to be people who aren't going to like you.
Because I'm going to tell you directly to your face. No, you don't have to. No, I don't like you.
I know. They're going to say crazy things to you. I have had some of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life said to me on the internet. It does get easier as time goes by. Comments 98% of the time do not bother me anymore. By the grace of God, go I. I think he's really done a work in my heart. If you are constructing and creating your content around wanting to please everybody and around wanting to get approval from everybody, you are not going to be able to have the focus to just harness your attention in on your purpose and your calling. We need to value the approval of God and what he's specifically calling us to over the approval of men. And I think this is so huge for so many people in terms of unlocking all of the potential of their calling, is getting over the fear of man. And it is not an easy one, I'm going to tell you, but it is possible. And it is possible when we take the steps in that direction to learn what our identity is in God and what he is speaking over us in terms of what he's calling us to begin to take the steps to transform our mind away from the fear of man into reverent fear of God. And then we want to just give value to the people that come to us instead of worrying about pleasing every single person that stumbles upon our content. If you let that stuff get to you and you don't figure out a way to rise above it, it will shut you down. It will burn you out. And people have shut down big platforms because they couldn't take the criticism anymore. So when we are putting our identity in those things that people are saying about us, It is not going to end well. And so we have to know ourselves as image bearers of the Creator and be most concerned with what God is speaking about us, what He has spoken about us, rather than some silly comments and messages on the internet. Not everyone's going to understand your calling, and it's okay. The people that need to find you, who are going to understand it, who are going to relate to it, who are going to relate to you, they are going to find you, and those are the people that matters in your specific situation. Number 4 is failing to provide real value by being self-serving. We want to be invested in service above sales so that the sale part of things, the money generating part of things, becomes an organic part of our business instead of the main focus of our business. If our main focus is money and our main focus is getting the sale, we are going to end up making bad decisions, unwise decisions, burning ourselves out. But when our main focus is pleasing God and serving other people, and then we connect the dots, we learn the strategies, the sales start to come organically. And that is what we want, because that is what ends up generating that sustainable, transformational success and wealth, instead of that really quick burn and the really quick burnout. If you are only in it for yourself, money, clout, attention, it's going to go off the cliff. I have witnessed the pattern in large content creators with large audiences who were clearly in it for the attention, the clout, the money. That stuff will stop satisfying classic, clear mistakes because their mind is not set on the right things. Their heart is not set on the right things. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. There is the world's way of making money, and there is God's way. These are two different kingdoms. Sometimes some of the concepts do overlap, but there are two different kingdoms. And when you are operating in this kingdom, you are never alone. You don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to do it in your own strength. And number 5 is neglecting content optimization and just not taking the time to learn the strategies and keep ourselves informed of what's going on the various platforms. It's important in any industry that you're in life to stay informed and stay on top of things without becoming obsessed about being up on every little thing, because the technology is moving very, very quickly. And so there is a beautiful balance between learning how to optimize, learning the strategies to optimize your content, but not becoming overshadowed, not allowing your personality and the things about you that make you unique, the unique things that God has placed inside of you, not letting strategy overshadow those unique things, but allowing this beautiful dance. Not be too obsessed one or the other, not ignoring the optimization and just focusing merely on personality and just being creative. When you can have that and you can keep yourself up to date on the strategies and the optimization, you have a beautiful dance there going on where your content is going to get in front of people, give them value, and they're going to want to come back for more. So failing as a content creator or someone who's trying to build a brand or business online isn't about one bad post, one bad week, getting low numbers on something. All of that doesn't really matter. This is about long-term decisions and a heart posture and a vision that these things are made across the span of time, and they become a pattern of how we are operating within the things that we are doing that's either going to lead to that success or the failure. So learning how to avoid these pitfalls, create value-based content, own digital assets, learn the strategies, and come at these things from a heart posture of wanting to serve your fellow man ahead of sales, and you are on the right track for success. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come back here to Homespun Income. Don't forget to check out our website and everything we have available to you. I would love to walk beside you in this journey. I appreciate you, and Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you beautiful and precious souls right here on the next one. Bye, friends. Oh, and remember, you can do hard things.